Hey everybody, it's Terry Quinn. How's it going today? Most people have no idea the tremendous amount of money that you can make when you change from being an employee to a contractor. There's 3 easy steps that I'm gonna go over today. You follow these 3 steps and it'll put you well on your way, if not fully on your way, to become just that, a contractor. The first step is don't quit your day job. Second step, look into contract work, doing work for other companies or for individuals. Third step, learning how to sell products or sell yourself. And I am going to teach you all 3 of those things today. If you're interested, hit the like button, subscribe, send it to a friend, and here we go. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today is don't quit your day job. If you decide you want to be a contractor, look into the steps that you need to do to become a contractor. All right, so for me, I am a goldsmith. What steps did I need to cover? I needed to get a business license. I needed to open a bank account so that I could write checks or take checks. Those kind of things you can set up all while you still have your day job, so that it becomes a smooth transition when it finally is time to say, okay, boss, you were really nice. I loved working here, but it's time for me to go. So you're already set up and you're good to go. The next step is when I said to find customers. When I quit my job, I did exactly what I was saying. I was an employee. I was making very good pay in the 80s, and they treated me like crap. So they would say, we sold a ring today. I know it's your day off, but you need to come in and size it or you're fired. Everything ended with, you're fired. We know there's 12 inches of snow and you can't get out of your driveway, but you need to come into work today or you're fired. I decided I'm never going to treat people like that. That was the straw that broke the camel's back that made me decide to be a contractor and eventually a store owner. That's when you make the big bucks. But for right now, a contractor is going to blow away an employee's pay. The reason why is because an employee's pay, you might get $10, $20, $30 an hour. As a contractor, let's say I'm going to size a ring and the ring size is $80. Well, as a contractor, you should get half. That doesn't sound much more than your regular pay. Well, it is if you can size that ring in 15 minutes. I could size 20 rings a day. And I made so much money I couldn't spend it because I was working so much. I bought my first house at 21 years old. I got a lot of money real fast and didn't know what to do with it, so I invested it. So I started going around to other jewelry stores and saying, hey, I'm a goldsmith. Do you need any help? Practically every store that I went into said, yes, we need help, because there aren't a lot of goldsmiths. I would take a store and I'd say, okay, well, I'm going to take the store and I will do your jobs and I'll pick up everything on Monday and I'll deliver it on Friday. And they said that was great. So then I went to another store and another store and another store. And pretty soon I had 3 or 4 stores, and I'd do the route, pick everything up on Monday, take it to my shop, do all the work, and bring it back on Friday. I had so much work, there wasn't enough time. So I hired my first employee. They learned how to be an apprentice, but they also did pickup and deliveries, which allowed me to get more work done and to generate even more work. Generating more work is going, instead of business to business, it's going business, my business as a contractor, to the public. So I'm going to give you a good example of a person that does a crappy job selling their product and a good job. Let's say I want to get this room painted. So we look it up, we call a painter, get him to come in. We've heard a few said, oh, he's really good, you should give him a try. So we call him, he comes in, he looks around the room and he says, yeah, it'd be about $300. And he says, yeah, I can do it in about 2 weeks. And he walks out the door. I had been told to call somebody else also, and I always want to get a second or third estimate, so I call somebody else. And this guy comes in and he says, all right, so the first thing that we would do to paint this is that I'm going to move all the furniture to the middle of the room. Then I'm going to cover it with plastic so nothing gets dirty. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take really fine sandpaper and we're going to re-sand all the walls so that there's no nail holes and no things sticking, so we get a nice, beautiful trim paint job. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to trim everything by hand, and then I'll roll everything, the rest of it, and everything gets 2 coats. Now, the first guy said it was going to be $300, and this second guy, after he tells me all this stuff, he says it's going to be $420. And he says, you know, I might not be the cheapest, but I'm going to do the best job you're going to get anywhere. That's a fact. Now, I know that if I called a main paint company, they're going to charge me close to $1,000. But which one would you go with? That's the question. The guy that said $300, is he going to sand the walls? I don't know. Is he going to cover all my stuff? Is my computer going to get all dust in it and sheetrock dust in it and everything else? I don't know. Does he even give a crap? I don't know. I'm going to go with the guy that told me everything he was going to do, because now I know he's covering my butt and he's going to do a good job. So that's how you sell yourself. While you give those descriptions, they realize you really know what you're doing. That's what you're selling. You're selling the fact that you know what you're doing. You're not trying to tell them something you're not. Just explain, because they don't know you. They don't realize what it takes to be a painter, to be an electrician, to be a plumber, to be a goldsmith. What steps that you go through. Hundreds of different trades that do a lot of different things. The more information that you can give them without talking too much, the more information you can give them, the easier it is for you to get the job. If I'm making $30 an hour, I go to this store and they sell this diamond ring needs a new head. The new head's $300. I'll order the head, I get the head in, I solder it on, I set the diamond and I give it to them. I charge half. I just did that whole job and I made $150, just like that. You set up 4 or 5 different stores and you're getting job after job and you're going here and there. You can make a tremendous amount of money. And the next step would be, after you've hired your first person and you've got more work than you can handle, hire another jeweler to help you or another assistant to help you in whatever field you're in, then open your own business. That gets it to the next level. That's when the money starts to compound dramatically. So if you're interested in seeing more about these kind of ideas, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.